Alright family, what's going on? Back with some more anime showdown content. Now today we're going to be doing a roster wish list / prediction. Obviously I have no clue what characters they're going to add, but I'm going to be talking about and discussing each character, each category, each character I want to see. So as you guys can see, there's currently like 5 characters, and we're going to just guess right now for 5 slots for characters. Just what we're going to guess for right now, just because there's a lot of categories. We got Naruto, we got One Piece, we got Bleach, we got Dragon Ball Z, we have Demon Slayer, we have Hunter x Hunter, and we have Fire Force. I forgot about JoJo, and then we have miscellaneous. So that's a lot of categories. So I'm just going to fill up each category to be 5. There'll probably end up being more stuff like that in the future, but right now 5 characters each. That's going to be a hefty list of characters that we're going to have to go through. So yeah, I'm going to just fill in the characters, and I got a couple. I have a couple maybe honorable mentions here and there. Now I tried to, when I was making this list, I tried to like be diverse sometimes, but other times I was just like, forget it, I want this character because I'm extremely biased. But yeah, this is my list. Let me know down y'all list down in the comment section which characters from which anime that you would love to see in this game. Without further ado, let's go. Alright, so to kick this list off, I'm going to talk about the category that I'm most excited for, and that's Fire Force. I think Fire Force has, I think it's gonna be the most fun cast. It has like a bunch of freaking characters, a bunch of people you can be diverse with, and I just think the overall the show just has a bunch of characters that I can't wait to see again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got 3 honorable mentions with Fire Force, and those 3 honorable mentions are going to be Show, Author, and Ogun. Especially Olga. Olga would be so tough. I would love to see Show and Author, but Olga would, if you did like with its like hoverboard and you made like a smooth set with dealing with that, that'd be so cool to see. And then he already has like a perfect setup for his mode, you know what I'm saying? So overall, that would be super clean. But yeah, those are my 3 honorable mentions just because I can do it. But, man, I can make this whole list as Fire Force, honestly. But yeah, those are my 3 honorable mentions for Fire Force. Now let's get into the 3 main roster slots since we already got 2 roster slots for Fire Force. So up first, we got Kurano. He has my favorite powers in the show. His whole smoke thing is just really clean, and how he can conjure weapons. Like when he was fighting Shinra, he like threw like the smoke daggers at him, bro, and then like reach past him, and then like pull out the dual smoke daggers, and then like so it's like then he had like that veil skill. He like dashed through and did like the multi attack thing. He's just like an assassin. Then like his mode take off like his whole sleeve, have his arm, get that big giant like Odachi coming out and go. Yo, it would be tough. I know the effects would be so sexy. And you got like that smoke cloud. Yeah, you know, put up some mystery form with that. I don't know what you're gonna do with that, but like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be that'd be tough. That'd be tough. And then number 2, Beanie Hamaru. I think it speaks for itself in the sound effects. Ooh, I know the sounds would be. Ooh, I can't make it, you know what I'm saying? But I already know them sound effects will be super tough. So I think Beanie Hamaru speaks for itself. Now, anime-wise, we didn't get to see a lot from him, but I would love to see Burns. And I think some of the honorable mentions can have cooler kits, especially I think all the anime, especially Show and Oga can have a way more unique kit than Burns. But I just think his overwhelming presence, you know what I'm saying, how that idol where his arms crossed up, you know what I'm saying, and the mode where the eye patch come off and just go, and I think he had like some crazy cut skill with him, like bro, he just that overwhelming force of like maybe like, cause like I really like, you know how like you got like with like if you're doing dummy, like you know like the projectiles that the reflect dummy, he can have like a reflect mode, like he like reflected all the attacks off on. This thing, I feel like he can be tough. You know, I feel like they can pop off with the effects and go crazy with that. So yeah, that is my Fire Force roster. All right, so now let's get into DBZ. Now I feel like with DBZ, you could have just went anywhere with the characters. I went completely biased with DBZ and only pick characters that I personally want to see. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I was extremely biased on this. So yeah, so starting off, we got Goku Black in the thumbnail. I want to see Goku Black. I hope he have a fighter's like moveset. I've been excited to go back since I knew about the game because he's always been a thumbnail, so I thought he's gonna come early. And I'm assuming they put him everybody else in the thumbnails in the game, so I'm assuming Goku Black, and I want to see Goku Black, so that's gonna be my number 1. And number 2, Gogeta. We gotta have the Gokus and the Vegetas in some form or fashion, but I don't want regular Goku and regular Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? So Gogeta, let me get that. You can go any route. Blue, you can go Super Saiyan 4. I'm fine because I can all be skins. They can be base Gogeta, they can be skins or whatever. I really don't care. Just Gogeta. Now number 3, Janemba. Give me Janemba, man. I like Janemba a lot. Janemba's one of my favorite characters in DBZ. Janemba's super tough, so yeah, give me Janemba. But don't make it like Fighter Janemba. Fighter Janemba is so brolic, bro. I don't like brolic Janemba, bro. Make him speed-based Janemba with the TP dashes. Yes, sir, speed-based Janemba. All right, hit's tough. I'm gonna be biased. If people got assassin-like powers, I'm gonna like them. I like assassins. That's my style. So hit. Time styles, I already know the effects and everything will be clean. And then lastly, Super 17. Super 17 was one of my favorite villains, and I was like, GT was tough to me. I don't care what nobody say. GT was tough to me. And I remember a kid seeing Super 17 first time. I was like, well, how they complete this dude? This dude's too tough. He's too tough. He's too tough. You know what I'm saying? So Super 17, I feel like you can go anyway with Dragon Ball Z. I would love to see Trunks. You know what I'm saying? I love sword characters, but I already have more sword characters. Why I go Trunks, but you can go a lot of different directions with DBZ. That's just my 5 that I want to see. All right, so moving on to Bleach. This was easy. So I didn't put too many characters in, so we know Ulquiorra is coming, right? Now back in testing, we saw like pictures for Ichigo and Rukia, so I'm assuming they're coming. So that's 3. And then 4th is gonna be Stark. Y'all know I was gonna vote Stark. Stop playing. Y'all know I was gonna vote Stark. Like, get my guns. We need some race characters today. Go ahead, add Stark to the game. You know. And then lastly, let me get Yawatch or Yahaba, whatever. Let me get him. You know what I'm saying? He's tough. He's tough. You know. He's tough. He's tough. I think he'd be cool. I think he'd be cool to see. Especially sitting like all the Mugans in his moves. Like, he's tough. Let's get him in the game. We had to get some form of the Quincy, and I don't want to see Uryu. And I don't know enough about the Stein Riders to know who will be the toughest. You know what I'm saying? So let's just go with the toughest of the tough. Let's go ahead, Yahaba. Yawatch. Go ahead and slide him to the game. So that is my Bleach roster. Now let's go ahead and get to my Naruto roster. Now, for a lot of times I was trying to pick different, but Sasuke. Naruto, Sasuke, just go ahead and get it done. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sasuke, they're just too busted in their damn show. You know what I'm saying? Some version of Sasuke, actually one version of Sasuke that has like, all the different paths, man. You know what I'm saying? You can just switch it up and do different modes, kind of like Naruto. And then next up, let me get Minato. Minato is just too tough. He's too tough. He's a fan favorite. Everybody loves Minato, and I think he'll be tough. Raikage. Y'all know I was gonna say that. Come on now. I'm trying to lie yet a Liger Bond cutscene. Let me get a Liger Bond cutscene. Let me get that Liger Bond cutscene. Finish him. One hit kill. Simple. And then finally switch it up a bit. Let's get Kisame. I think Kisame could work really well with the mode bar in this game. Like not mode. That's not still mode, but still like you know you got charges in this game. If he can steal that from people so they lose the charge while fighting. I think that'd be kind of tough. That'd be interesting to see. And then I don't think we've really seen Kisame in a like he wasn't like an ABA or anything like that. So I think he'd be pretty cool to see. And then he already fits like with his like unique mode and stuff like that. So nice to have like some range. Have some, like, I think he just overall have a nice kit. We have like some meshly formed sharks, and then have a stage changer with the big shark bubble, water bubbles, dome, whatever. I think overall he should be super tough to see in the game. It's a lot of characters I'd like to see like Rocket League, but like Rocket League, my guy kind of like Taiju and stuff. But we see like, a lot of stuff all the time, so it's a lot of characters in Naruto. It's not really you can't really mess with Naruto. It's a lot of good characters in that show to be like wrong. All right, moving on into One Piece. Now, we gotta have Luffy in some version. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have Luffy. We just got to. I wouldn't mind him being like base like Snake Man or something like that. Or then I don't know. I wouldn't mind him not just being like regular Luffy. You know, like make him cool. Or have different forms. Like he could have like half form like Gear Second or like time skip Gear Second and then like have like the Snake Man and Bounce Man, bruh. If he had like all the that was so tough. I ain't gonna lie to you. Make him like Naruto with like three forms. Tough for sure. We actually need that. And then all right, so here go my bias part. Let me get IOTG or Enel. Either one of them. I would love both of them, but either one of them, because they got basic kits, you know what I'm saying? It's not really too much special you can do with their kits. You can try to be creative, but I just feel overall they're just pretty simple characters. You guys know Aoki's my favorite character, and Enel has my favorite Devil Fruit, and I like Enel as well. But yeah, either one of those, I'll be super happy. Next up, I want Boa. I don't know if you guys seen Boa's kit in One Piece Fighting Path. You already seen like Infernal make a video on there. But Boa is super tough, bro. I was like, oh, give her like a One Piece Fighting Path style kit. That'd be fun with the kicks and that. Ooh, that'd be pretty fun. A lot of kicky characters in this game already are pretty fun, like so like yeah, I think that could be really cool. And then lastly, I didn't know where I want to go with this, but I know I wanted to see a zone. And I was like, I don't want to see Kai. I want to turn the goddamn dragon on me. That'd be mad, but that'd be tough. And I was thinking about all the zones, and I thought about it. I was like, Rob Lucci. Everybody's been making Leopard anyway, and if you guys keep with the manga, y'all know how really tough. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep with the manga, y'all already know. Let me go ahead and get that Rob Lucci. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get that. You feel me? Let's go ahead and get that Rob Lucci. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Speak for itself. Let's go. All right, so moving into the Demon Slayer list. Now, my first two bias, like this is kind of biased, right? My first one was like, I like Zenitsu. I really like Zenitsu, but I do think it's only so much you can do. We haven't seen like that God mode, like that God speed mode, but I know they could go crazy with the effects. But Zenitsu kits are oftentimes boring, even though I like them. I really like Zenitsu. I like Lightning, y'all know me. But I just kind of have a fix for that. I would like to see Zenitsu, but who I would really like to see is Shinobu. But I wanted to say my other two. So between Shinobu, I think, oh man, for the poison and proximity attack, we don't have like a lot of characters. We don't have like, we don't have any characters with like damage over time type skills. So I would love to see Shinobu. So Zenitsu or Shinobu, I would take either one of those. And we have to have some demons into the game. That's why this is hard, because we have to have some demons. So my first demon is Ghidorah with his blood sickles. That would be tough. You know what I'm saying? He's different, cool effects, and once again, kind of like I said, you know what I'm saying, with the sickles, and yeah, that'd be tough. And then next up, I wanted Akaza, but we see Akaza so many times. I know they go stupid on it, but I decided to go with Nezuko. I feel like they can really go crazy with the blood, her claws, and I feel like they can go crazy with Nezuko. So I was like, okay, we get some good effects out of that. Let's maybe switch it up a bit. Instead not do Akaza like probably soon. And then last one, I said Gi. I know a lot of people love to see Tanjiro. I'm tired of seeing Tanjiro, and I feel like Gi could offer a bit different, especially like with his what's it called? Dead mind calm, whatever one is older. I like let's switch it up. We can still have water breathing, but instead of like you can like switch it up, you like give like Tanjiro skins for this. So I was like, okay, let's switch it up and let's do Giyu instead of Tanjiro. So I think that's my Demon Slayer list. I think a lot of ways you can mix it up. All right, moving into another golden anime, Hunter. You can say that Hunter action. All right, so for honorable mention, we got Illumi. I just like his like assassin-like abilities, especially how they made him an AVA. He's just like an assassin. It's pretty cool. But I do think Illumi's like his actual nin ability. I mean, I guess the needles are his nin abilities. I don't know. I think Illumi be cool to see. Yo, I don't know what they do with him, but I think he could be kind of cool to see. That's just kind of me. All right, so let's get into my number one, who we must see. This is a must right here. Let me get Phaeton. Let me get that Pain Packer. Let me get that Pain Packer, because you can't tell me Pain Packer wouldn't be stupid, dummy tough. I don't care what you say. Pain Packer will be so tough. We need to see it expeditiously. Now, next one up, we got Crollo. I don't know what they do with Crollo, but we haven't seen Crollo in no games. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see Crollo. He's Crollo. He'll be tough. Let's add Crollo. I don't know what you're going to do with the moveset. Let's go add Crollo. And now, we got to have somebody in the gang. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go Kurapika. Let me get them chains going. You know what I'm saying? Let me get them chains going. With Kurapika. And then lastly, I was just trying to decide. I know who I want to go with. I had a lot of different ways. I was like, maybe we can do one of the Chimeras. Or I was like all over the place who I want to go on. And I was like, okay, let's just keep it simple. Let's keep it simple, kids. Some people gotta have simple kids. And let's go Uvagen. Uvagen is definitely a fan favorite. What's the name of his powers? Mine's going blank right now. But he has basic just Hulk smash type powers, you know what I'm saying? So Uvagen, I think he'd be a pretty, nice character. Every character ain't gotta be complicated, you know what I'm saying? So that is my Hunter list. And moving into JoJo. First up, we need Pooch. We gotta have Pooch sample. And he has to be like Naruto. So he start off with White Snake, right? Then he has a mini mode to go into Sea Moon. And then he has full mode to go Made in Heaven. Simple. It has to be done. He has to be the number one person. And then my number two is Weather Report. I feel like Weather Report just be pretty cool. Just to have like different crowd control, what their abilities from ice to snow, whatever. You get the point. To wind and lightning. I feel like he should be pretty cool. Pretty cool different character to have in the game. I think Modern Warfare was pretty fire as well. And then next up, Purple Haze. And I went with Purple Haze because there's not like a lot of like, I was talking about damage over time, poison. It's not like a lot of crowd control characters. Like they have this like fog up and going, maybe even have like a berserk with like his like berserk mode where they can't control it, whatever. I think Purple Haze could offer a very unique kit. You know what I'm saying? I really think I know a lot of games don't go stupid with him and use that like the base same kit, but I think Purple Haze could have a really fun, unique crowd control like kit. This thing offers like some different types of gameplay. And then lastly, we have to have some version of Dio. We got to. Whatever form of Dio they choose, but you can't have, you know what I'm saying? You got JoJo. You can't not have Dio. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the world. You just got to. You got to. Simple. I don't care too much for Dio, but you gotta have it. Now, lastly, let's get into my miscellaneous list. So my two miscellaneous, honorable mentions, my miscellaneous was I had three. I had Escanor, Anzal Ghul, and Jin Mori. Those three cool characters to be, especially like Anzal Ghul. I think that'd be pretty cool to see. And since we already got three in miscellaneous, I went with two. Now I went with a stance change character for my first one. That is Adima from Tokyo Ghoul. I would like to see him like work with his different swords, so you can have like the Ixa stance, you can have like the Narukami stance, and then you can have like the Yukimura stance, and maybe it worked like you like switch, like you pop the skill, like you pop, let's say pop 2, you switch to Yukimura and you use the skill. Then you can recast 1, and then maybe like same with 2, you pop it and you pop a skill, you like recast 2, have a unique skill. Then same with 3. You can recast it, and then maybe even have a defensive offensive stance. So like when you're like you have like say your one key is defense, offense, and then the stances, and then you have the Narukami, Yukimura, and the Ixa in your 3 or 2, 3, 4. And you can actually some people have more skills than that as well. So just if you have 4, and then like depending on what stance you in, depends on what's your recast ability for your Ixa, Narukami, or Yukimura, because all of them all had offensive and defensive stance. I think it'd be a really cool, unique kit to switch up with stances, and then you'll have the mode would be his owl. And then you get like little arts armor. Did he wear arts armor? Did he wear arts armor? I don't know, but the owl could be his owl sword, his strongest sword could be, or his strongest what would they call Queen K could be his mode, and it could be discussed. So yeah, that is my first one. And then lastly, Sung Jinwoo. He will be tough. He will be tough. Simple. Tough. No more needs to be said. Super tough. That be just that. But anyway, that concludes my list. I know this video is pretty winded, pretty long, but that concludes my list of characters I would like to see in this game. Full, complete roster. That's a lot of characters. A lot. Let me know y'all thoughts down in the comment section. Do you agree with any of my list? Do you disagree? Let me know who y'all want to see down in the game. And that's about it for me. I'm gonna catch you boys later. I'm out. Peace.